Hey, Friendo, Steve here.
Hey, Larson.
And we are in the middle, smack dab in the middle of 2025. Oh, how the time goes by so fast. And it's always fun to look back on our predictions for this year. Of course, 2024 was a banner year for Steve here, Larson. I cleaned up in the predictions battle between Steve and Larson. 2025 might be a different story, though.
Did you really clean up? I don't remember that.
Yeah, man. Oh, dude. I said Vince was going to get ousted. I don't know. I said other stuff. That was my big one, though. Anyways.
They're probably all pretty obvious. Anyways, let's start with our predictions for the year, and then we'll finish up here with who we think will be champion by the end of the year. So my first prediction for 2025 is that Drew McIntyre will win a world championship and hold it longer than 5.5 minutes. He hasn't been on TV for a while. He hasn't really been in the title picture at all. He's feuding with Damian Priest for most of the year.
Yeah. It's a pretty big fall off there for Damian.
Yeah, I don't know.
McIntyre.
I don't know when he's going to come back. So this
Did he
ain't looking too
sign
good.
like a super part-time contract that doesn't demand him to really do anything of note?
I don't know.
He's like, I want lots of money to do absolutely nothing. And they're like, sure, that's cool. How about a feud with Damian Priest? Perfect.
There you go. That could be it. I don't know.
And then he goes away. All right, my first one is Tony Khan will hire a showrunner / booker. That is no. In fact, it seems like Tony Khan's actually the best showrunner / booker for his brand because AEW's been doing pretty good lately.
AEW wins again.
AEW wins. Tony Khan wins again, Larson.
Speaking of Tony Khan, I got one here. Tony Khan will fail in his efforts to find a TV home for Ring of Honor. He tried because he put the title on Chris Jericho again. Didn't come to fruition because Chris Jericho doesn't have the title anymore. Bandito's champion. So it looks like no TV deal for Ring of Honor, not even a streaming deal on Max.
So you got that one right?
Yeah, so far. I mean, there's still 5 months, 5+ months this year.
Good job. Hopefully Ring of Honor doesn't get that streaming deal, so Larson will win again. All right, speaking of like streaming and television and stuff like that, I got this one. I don't know. I don't even know how to feel about this one, but I say ratings talk will finally evaporate once Raw and Dynamite hit Netflix and Max.
I mean, I'll say this. I'm not on social media anymore, so I don't hear anything about ratings.
Yeah, neither. I mean, look, I'm on social media a little bit more than you are. Not that much. But it's funny because I feel like the spirit of this is kind of true because when it was revealed that like the Dynamite on Max numbers were kind of like all over them. Like somebody said, oh, they're getting 500,000. And somebody else said, oh, they're getting between 60 and 80,000. And like, nobody knows what the ratings are. So I do feel like, at least from my vantage point, the rating situation has been sort of kind of confounding to a lot of people that they just sort of were like, I don't know, they'll make their disingenuous arguments about other stuff.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like I'm in the right on that one because like nobody really knows anything. So
no one knows anything.
Even the Netflix stuff is like, well, I see what it says, but what does it really mean? You know?
Exactly. Doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't mean anything.
Speaking of NXT, we never mentioned NXT, but by summer, NXT will film far more regularly on the road. I have here hopefully 50% or more. And
they started the year out doing that?
And it's kind of subsided a bit this summer.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting because it seemed like that prediction was spot on, and then they just decided to keep on going.
Yeah, they were like, oh, Larson's getting too close, getting his prediction here right. We got to pump the brakes.
They're sticking it to you, man.
Yeah, really.
I wonder if the TNA integration made it more logistically make sense for them to stay at the Performance Center because, like, I don't know when TNA films.
I mean, like once a month, you know. So
yeah, but if they're just like there and they don't have to worry about booking, also because a lot of people live in Florida. A lot of those TNA cats, I think, live in Florida.
Yeah. Like Orlando is kind of like the wrestling hub.
Yeah, right. So instead of like bringing people out or expecting people to,
but it's
go
not
out
like there's 5 TNA talents on NXT in a given week.
I mean, there kind of are, though, aren't there? Like,
well,
this week we had AJ Francis and Casey Navarro.
I haven't watched this
for this week. That might have been it for this week. In any event. Oh, and Elijah was there, too. So there was 3 this week. I mean, Trick Williams is TNA.
Yeah, but he's NXT too. So
He is NXT. This next one, big old gimme. I got a couple of big gimmies here, Larson.
what a surprise!
Ricky Starks will go to NXT. What I didn't predict was him being a low talker. Oh, dude, you haven't seen it this week yet?
No.
It's honestly one of the more intentionally hilarious NXT episodes in recent memory, because he walks up like, what's his face? Ethan Page is sitting there with Vanity Project, and Ricky Saints shows up, and he says, "Next week I'm gonna get you back for that thing."
Oh, because his throat's messed up.
Yeah, but it's funny because he's trying to be intimidating, but he just can't talk. He's a low talker.
That's his gimmick now, huh?
That's his gimmick now.
Next up here, I'm hoping I get this right here in about a month's time. Hangman Adam Page will be AEW World Champion.
Oh, boy, if you had just said he dethrones Mox. But yeah, no, I mean, that's, because it would have been like much more impressive, but still.
If I said
that's a good one.
Hangman
That's
Adam
a good
Page
one.
dethrones Mox at All In the main event with the help of Swerve Strickland.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. This next one, another gimme from Steve here.
What a surprise.
Making these easy layups. John Cena will break the record. He did it. I remember you doubting that at some point, being like, oh, he might not. He might not. Story says he might not. It might be more interesting from not.
Yeah? I proffered that as a possibility. I wasn't like, oh, he's never going to win 17. I never said that.
My prediction came true.
Yeah, not much of a reach there, though. Finally here, I mean, this wasn't much of a reach either. Charlotte returns for the Rumble, faces Nia Jax at WrestleMania.
Boy, oh boy. I wonder how things would have been different if that second part was true.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was a big debacle, her and Tiffany Stratton.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of WrestleMania drama, I feel like I got this one right, even though he wasn't actually there. The Rock will once again be drama for WrestleMania.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was.
He was.
He was. I have one. I always do this last one here, and I still have 6 months or 5.5 months left for it to happen. Ric Flair will wrestle in 2025.
He ain't wrestling in 2025, brother.
Holding out hope. If it was up to him, he would. Holding out hope. There's some enterprising promotion out there that'll afford his, no doubt, skyrocketing appearance fee.
All right, let's talk who we thought would be champs at the end of 2025, see how close we are. So for the Undisputed WWE Championship, we'll start with WWE. I got Cody Rhodes.
Boy, mine are terrible.
Well, who do you got?
Undisputed, I got CM Punk.
Yeah, that's probably not going to happen.
That ain't going to happen.
For the World Heavyweight Championship, I have Drew McIntyre. Probably not going to happen. He's on SmackDown.
I have that too.
Intercontinental Champion, I have Bronson Reed.
I have Trick Williams. If you had told me he'd be TNA champion in the middle of the year, I'd have laughed.
Yeah. U.S. Champ, I mean, I'm right as of right now. I got Jacob Fatu.
Hey, Jacob Fatu. I got him too.
Tag champs, I got the Lucha Brothers and Motor City Machine Guns.
I have the Lucha Bros and the Street Profits, which I'm right about Street Profits now, but that ain't going to hold till December. Buddy.
Probably not. Women's champions, I got Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair.
I've got Bianca Belair as WWE Women's Champion and Rhea Ripley.
Women's Intercontinental Champion, I got Dakota Kai.
I have Roxanne Perez, which could happen.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Wait, what brand is she on? Yeah, she's on the right brand.
Yeah, she's on the right brand.
That's a possibility.
Women's U.S. Champ, I have Jade Cargill.
I have Jordan Grace. Still in NXT.
Yeah.
But the draft is coming up after SummerSlam.
Women's Tag Champs, I got Lash and Jakara.
Oh. Women's Tag Champs. Oh, here we go. What is this? Naomi and Bailey. Nope.
For Rumble winners, I got half of my Rumble winners correct. I got Punk and I got Charlotte.
Where the hell's my Rumble winner? I don't have the Rumble. Oh, wait, here we go. Yeah, I do have Rumble. Oh, wow. Really? The Rock? That's crazy. Some people thought that was going to happen.
Yeah, no.
Money in the Bank, I got CM Punk.
I had Dom.
Oh, okay.
And Roxanne Perez.
Women's Money in the Bank got Zoe Stark.
Yeah, Roxanne
I didn't realize they would load up main roster with just so many, quality women from NXT. That's crazy.
AEW champs. I got Hangman as the world champ.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. I got Ospreay.
For the women's champ, I got Mercedes.
Women's. I got Tony Storm.
TNT champ, I got Bobby Lashley.
I got Will Hobbs.
TBS champ, I got Athena.
Wait, which one? TBS?
Yeah.
I got Athena also, but what a bummer. Like, they had her on for television and then they just took her off.
Yeah, no.
That's dumb.
International champion, I got Wheeler Yuta.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, he's made no progress. I got Okada and Kenny Omega as international and continental, but I feel like that continental is going to be Okada's.
Yeah, I got Okada as my continental champion. Who do you have for your tag champs?
Tag champions. I've got, oh wow, the Outrunners.
Yeah, me too. They had that one title shot and kind of disappeared, huh?
Yeah, I think they're involved on Collision in the CMLL stuff. The last I saw, they were tagging in a 6-man with one of the luchadors, and they were wearing luchador masks.
Oh, yeah. Who do you have for your trios champs?
The Elite?
New Elite? Must be New Elite. Young Bucks and
I don't
Jack
know.
Perry?
I think they were going to come back and help Kenny or something.
Oh, maybe. I have Hurt Syndicate, so I was close.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, that's close.
That's close.
There you go.
All right, NXT champs. Who do you have for your NXT World Champion?
Obafemi.
I got Javon Evans.
That could happen.
By the end of the year?
Yeah, by the end of the year, that could happen. That could totally happen. NXT Women's, I got Stephanie Vaquer.
Yeah, me too.
Of course, she moved on to main roster.
Yep.
This one might actually happen. NXT North American, I got Javon Evans.
I got Lexus King.
Wow. I don't think he was on the episode yesterday.
Yeah, they've been on TV for a while.
Yeah.
Women's North American champion, I got Jada Parker.
I got Sol Ruka.
Hey.
Isn't she? She's now, isn't she?
Yeah, she has it now, yeah.
It might have been too early in that one.
Heritage Cup, I got Tavion Heights.
So do I.
Tag champs, honk, honk.
Honk, honk.
Hank and Tank.
Yeah, I got them too. Right on. Well, we'll find out in 6 months where we eventually stand on these. I feel like I probably won this again easily with Ricky Starks going to NXT, John Cena breaking the record.
Picks, of course you're going to win.
Rock being drama for WrestleMania. Man, oh man, I'm just killing it.
Guess what? Next one I'm going to say Rock being drama for WrestleMania. I'll get that right too.
I don't know if he'll be drama for 2026. I think he might be done.
Whoever's rumored to be on the outs with AEW, they're going to NXT.
Well, I guess you know what to do then, don't you?
I do, don't I? But do it so you can't do it.
Drop us your 2026 predictions in the comments below. And if you remember what predictions you had for 2025, no matter how silly or easy they were, drop them in the comments. We'll see you guys around.
Goodbye.